Well, we grew up in the Robertson district. Didn't know very much about the Apple Festival, being extremely honest about it. But in the mid-'90s, we got involved at Kenmure because of Lee King. I trusted him immensely, and we got involved. And then we ended up buying a lot. And in 2012 at Christmas, was our first time in the house at Flat Rock at Berwick Downs, and we love this area. We love the place. I mean, we're spending 4 or 5 months in the summertime here, and just love downtown Hendersonville. Love everything about it, and the Apple Festival is a pretty neat thing. I even used to play in the Applejack Open at Crooked Creek. So I've been around a long time. I'm an old guy.
So, I mean, Henderson County starting to feel like home for you guys?
Well, there's no question. I mean, we're 30 minutes away from where we went to high school. Wanda's family lived in Mills River, and so this is the home area for us. Robertson is still the high school that we went to and where we met in 9th grade Algebra 1. But Henderson County's been great to us. Hendersonville, Kenmure Country Club, we really enjoyed living there with Lee and the people we've been involved with, and so it's a nice area, and we eat a lot of restaurants up here. We make a lot of stops at Kilwin's for the chocolate fudge, and we go to the good places. Brandy's tonight, so we're okay.
To be involved, there's supposed to be 60,000 people here for the parade on Monday. So to be involved in something like that, and you guys have been in the public eye for a long time, but to be able to give back in a way and then have your adopted community give back to you with this honor, what does that mean to you?
Well, when somebody asked me if we'd be the Grand Marshals, I wanted to make sure I knew what that meant. And what it means is we don't do a lot, but it is flattering to us to be involved. And like I say, this is a second home, and the people put a lot into it. I heard on the radio this morning they're expecting 260,000 people coming through here over the weekend. And Little Hendersonville is going to be pretty busy, but no, it's a neat thing for us.
So, testing memory for both of you. At Owen, high school manager named David Plunkett. He's a producer with WLOS now. He said you made some of the best apple cake he's ever had. Does that sound like you? You got a good apple cake recipe?
She's better at banana pudding and strawberry. She's good at everything. She can really cook. But do you have anything else to say about your desserts? Yeah. I will tell you one thing. Plunkett was my manager, and I guarantee you, if I were in another room, he's the manager at WLOS.
He produces our 6 p.m. show.
Okay. Tell him I still think I could give his blood pressure a jolt, because I used to scream, Plunkett! And he would come running. He'd be doing anything, but he was sensational for us. He really was.
You guys had, you had a ton of success at your stops in college sports, but when you think back to your time doing high school sports in the mountains, what is it about this community that's special for that?
Well, I played baseball and basketball at Robertson. We had great rivalries in both sports with Hendersonville, East Henderson, West Henderson. North wasn't there at that time. Edneyville was, but in a different conference. So those rivalries as a player, I really still remember that, because I loved playing. And the reason I got into coaching is because I wasn't good enough to keep playing. So I thought coaching was the next best thing. But the rivalries here in the mountains and the people that you meet, I'm talking about Jim Pardue at Hendersonville, Paul Bagwell at West, Tommy Williams at East. Those guys ended up being great friends, and I played against them when they were coaching and also coached against them. And you go to Robertson and Inca and Irwin and North Buncombe and Reynolds, and those places are great thoughts for me.
To be honored, not just you alone, to be honored Roy and Wanda Williams, what does that mean for you all as a couple, as high school sweethearts, to be honored together?
High school sweethearts? No. We met in 9th grade Algebra 1, but we started really getting serious when we kicked away the rest of the people and started as our freshman year at North Carolina. But Wanda was still the most intelligent person I've ever known in my life, and has done so many things for every team that I've ever coached, and has allowed me to do the things that I felt like I needed to do as a coach, and I missed a lot of things with my kids. And she was always the one that took care of everything. And so this is home for her too. It's not just old Roy coming back home. It's Wicked Wanda coming back home too.
I did love that email. That was great.
Best email I've ever seen.
When I got it forwarded to me, I was like, that's pretty great. Guys, anything else you want to say, maybe to the city of Hendersonville or something, just a thank you or anything like that?
Well, I'd say we thank you, and I'll let her say what she wants to as well. But oh, she says she's not talking. Okay. Thank you for flattering us with being able to be the Grand Marshals, but even more importantly, just the way that we've been treated here since we finished the house in 2012. And since I retired, we spent 4 to 5 months here from before Labor Day, before Memorial Day till after Labor Day here in the mountains. And this will always be home. And we're a little farther away from Mills River where she grew up, or Biltmore where I grew up. But this is a great place to spend our time and have our kids and grandkids come see us.